Welcome to Gamer Premonitions Summer Game Events 2023. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and I have yet again gathered the Council of Gamer Psychics to tell you what's going to happen this year, right before it happens. We've got with us Bob.
I know everything.
From GigaBoots. We've got Dr. Agro.
Esperanto.
And we've also got Chris Wolfhard.
I've looked at every parallel timeline, and there are none where we're wrong.
We've got 4 premonitions each to talk about. Possibly some extra, we'll see. So, let's get started. We're going to start off this first round with Bob. Bob, what is our first gamer premonition for the Summer Game Events 2023?
Sony Bend is working on a multiplayer Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh my God.
You can play as both Gabe Logan and Deacon Days Gone.
I thought you were going to say you can play as Gay and then a character from
Metal Gear.
You can play as Gay Ocelot or Straight Ocelot. I don't know what that second one looks like even, but we're a thing.
We will figure it out.
Wow.
I did not know how desperately I wanted to play Deacon Days Gone in the Metal Gear universe.
This actually could be really cool. Is it like a battle royale where it's absolutely massive now and you have to manage your gas and your motorcycle as you go across this absolutely massive continent?
That would be incredible and kind of lend to their strength they build up with Days Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Metal Gear doesn't have a whole lot of zombies or freakers.
No.
Yeah.
I memean, Deacon's just going to be murdering humans now.
I don't think it'll emotionally change his candor in the least.
No.
Well, that's very exciting, Bob. I'm very excited for Sony Bend to really lean into this amazing new idea for Metal Gear. I'm so happy this is the future of this franchise and you're delivering it to us early. Hopefully we can get more actually good news from Chris. Chris, what is our second gamer premonition?
Ubisoft will announce their free-to-play Assassin's Creed Nightmare. It will be some fucked up, horrific version of the last 3 games, the RPG ones. It will have an energy system.
I don't know why, but when you said that, I just imagined hyper-realistic Assassin's Creed animations of the person just like, almost like they got low blood sugar, just slowing down and then lying down on the ground.
You'll be allowed to do like 10 quests a day. Unless you give them money. Because they can't ship any new games. The only thing they have left is repackaging old ones.
This kind of makes me think about like the energy systems in MMOs and the people get really mad that they exist who are the most unhinged players. So we're just going to see them come out of the woodwork, but for Assassin's Creed. They're like, guys, when I play Assassin's Creed games, I do 30 missions a day. They're like, you have time for that? Really? Is there a battle pass?
No, they're not capable of figuring that out. It's going to be real fucking rough.
We can't patch this in.
I wanted someone to look straight into the camera and announce the Assassin Pass.
Now you too can say it or slay it. Well, that's man, we need some good news in here. Hey, Dr. Agro.
Sorry about this.
No.
In much the same way that I am about to give a foretelling of events to come that is an echo of something that Chris just said. Time itself sort of echoes like poetry. One event rhymes with the next. This Ubisoft forward has already been pre-taped and will contain at least 2 people who will have since left the company and at least 1 project that will have already been canceled.
No! They're like topping themselves with that. Okay, guys, please be excited about this. And then after the event ends, they have to like. Do you think they preempt the forward, or it comes after where they have to announce that stuff?
Oh no, they act like something happened afterward, and now it's gone. My only hope, my only salvation is that the project that gets canceled is that horrible thing that Chris said.
Oh man, that would be awesome. That would somehow turn your not positive news into great news.
The double reverse dragon.
Well, guys, I'm excited to bring my first gamer premonition for the summer game events of 2023. Gentlemen, very simple opener here. Don't want to get into the real meat yet, but I think this is important. That everyone should brace for this. Nintendo will pretend that they don't even make games until Gamescom.
Yeah, that seems
They will not
just
announce
like it's going to happen.
anything.
Here's 10 minutes of Pikmin 4 and 30 minutes of the sound of crickets.
Oh God, that releases before Gamescom. Yeah, there's going to be
It's just going to release
for
in
that.
It's going to release in a vacuum. They won't even talk about it, really.
Oh my God.
It'll just be like, Pikmin 4 came out. Did you guys see that? And everyone's like, no, I'm still playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's 300 hours long. This will make this year the reminiscent, at least the back half, of the year they shipped a half-finished Mario Tennis game and Amiibo Festival on the Wii U.
Was a Zelda game coming out? It really can never live up to that.
Right, because the
But-
front half's fine with that there, but the back half, no, they're not.
Shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down. We're not talking about anything right now. Who's asking? Anyway, we're moving on to round 2 of Gamer Premonitions, and Chris gets to start us off. Chris, tell me more about the future. Oh, God.
Microsoft's show this year will be embarrassingly hollow and feature so many "we're now talking to the devs about nothing" moments that it'll remind us of a Ubisoft show.
Oh, that would be great.
Is the snake eats itself?
The response to Redfall was so bad that they will be in maxed kicked dog mode and not want to take any action or show anybody anything.
Wow.
They will show us Starfield and like maybe and then fucking nothing else. Who fucking knows? It'll be this is going to be the saddest it's ever been.
I think that really ties in well to one I wrote,
Oh, yeah?
where after their showcase, Phil takes the stage to apologize for how much the showcase sucked and offhandedly blames Sony for renting the venue they want to rent.
They made it really tough on us with these deals they made with way better venues. Wow. That's depressing. That is really depressing. I do find the developer interview stuff funny as long as they don't go full trebuchet. I think that's literally my limit. When
We're going to get 3 interviews about the trebuchet.
and they hold out a stick sideways and they go, see, it's a trebuchet. Let me explain how this works. And I'm like, this game isn't even coming out on console. Leave me alone. Well, Aggro, you're next. What is your second gamer premonition?
In a stark departure from previous visions, I now present to you a scenescape of the future wildly different from what has gone before. Farming, whack. Witches, whack. Furries, whack. The theme for this year's Wholesome Games Direct will be prosthesis-focused body-positive gig economy simulators. We are going to deliver shit, pick up contract janitorial work, maybe do some copy editing, and we're going to do it with robot limbs.
Hell yeah. Let's go. That sounds awesome.
I'm excited.
This is pretty thrilling, actually. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat until that conference starts now. Well, that means I have to do my second premonition next. Gentlemen, I have a different vision of the Xbox Game Showcase. Some may say it's better, some may say it's worse. Firstly and briefly, let me explain. Fable will get a second CG trailer.
Ooh.
But that's not the meat of this game showcase. Because following upon the tradition of the Xbox One X, Xbox's Phil Spencer in his last act as gaming CEO, will announce the 2024 Xbox Series X, which will be teased as the most consistently performant next-gen console. It will have a cool code name like Scorpio, and it will perform slightly worse than the upcoming PS5 Pro in a large number of games and modes.
Come on.
What? You don't like new? It's new hardware. Shut up and buy it. Like, what do you not get? Look, we need to get people excited about the Xbox brand, and just like the Xbox One X definitely proved, the way you do that is announcing your new hardware over a year in advance.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Well, Bob, if you're so excited, how about you go next? Tell me more about the future gaming events in summer.
Terranigma HD 2D is happening.
Ooh.
It'll be the first action-based one of those, and we'll get to see how that goes. As an aside, that means Final Fantasy Tactics, of course, is being worked on in-house at Sony.
What the? What? Why is Sony handling Tactics? They're like, what? Ramza needs to have a fully mocap model as he climbs slowly onto a box that has witty dialogue.
Yes.
With Delilah? Delita. With Delilah. They just gave him a girl's name.
Delilah's a man's name, and I'm a man.
And then he jumps fucking ramps off a cliff. Bob, I'm not sure if this is something I'm excited for. Part of it sounded pretty cool, and another part of it sounded confusing. With enough room to harm me.
Look, that's what the future is, man.
Oh, man. Well, that's going to bring us into round 3. Dr. Aggro, we need a strong premonition to start off this round. You got something cooking? Strong good, not strong bad?
Well, this one could go either way. I think I'm gonna reveal this one because there have been some things said in this episode by sightless charlatans that I feel I need to correct. Microsoft is not PR-wise in a super confident position right now. They're kind of, as Chris said, in kick dog mode, no doubt about it. Never before has a CG trailer for Fable 4 been more needed. Gentlemen, it will not appear.
Oh.
There is no light at the end of that tunnel.
Oh, man.
It is, in fact, a cave.
But Matt Booty wanted to show off Fable last year, and they wouldn't let him.
I'm sure Matt Booty wanted a sensible last name, but we don't always get what we want.
Ah, that's really rough. Pour one out for Matt Booty. I don't know. I'm gonna say that's a negative because I want to see another CG trailer. A game that was announced forever ago.
I feel like every time I see a CG trailer for Fable, a part of my soul dies a little bit.
Well, I have a really strong one for my third gamer premonition. Gentlemen, the Sony State of Play, it's happening before Summer Games Fest. It is basically Sony being like, E3 starts right now near the end of May. And one of the biggest announcements during this is, as people know, Final Fantasy 16 is very tightly integrated with the Sony brand. The State of Plays make it very important. Gentlemen, we're going to get a stealth drop for a Final Fantasy 16 demo where you can try out the most important gameplay sequence in that game, the highly cinematic but fully interactive gay sex scene. The dog watches.
Oh, no.
The Can You Pet the Dog account will have to tweet the dog can watch.
Oh, no. Is that optional?
Yes.
Can you shut the door?
Yeah, it's optional, but you have to set it at a system preference level.
Oh, no. I mean, you don't want to break immersion. You're getting up to the moment, and
Right.
suddenly the dialogue switches to, "Hey, do you want to ask the dog to leave, or
Are you down?
Come on.
I, for one, am very excited to play this demo. But Bob, I am also excited for your third premonition. So let's get to it. Bob, tell me more about summer game events and things that will happen in them.
Okay. Sure. It can't be as bad as what you just said.
Well, we get a stealth drop. Everyone loves a stealth drop.
All right, I got a stealth drop for you.
Then Bob said it.
They're going to drop a Castlevania game made by Team Ladybug as a shadow drop during E3.
Whoa. That'd be crazy. That's the people behind the
Toho Luna Nights.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one that was, what was it?
Deedlit and
Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth?
something like that.
Mess
Yeah,
of
that's
words go here, yes. Those people make some pretty cool games.
Yes,
They made that Jack Frost one, right?
they did.
Whoa. That would sure be neat, because those people love Castlevania and probably have some ideas.
Yeah, and they tend to just kind of release their games without anyone expecting it.
That's true. That's true. Being a small team like that, you could really sneak it past everyone. Man, that's genuinely exciting. Give it up to Bob. Hugely positive premonition came after the first hugely positive premonition. It's a nice little combo deal. You get 2 positives in a row. Let's go to Chris. Hey Chris, can you give me your third gamer premonition?
At the PC Gaming show this year, there will be a Randy event
What the fuck is a Randy event?
wherein Randy Pitchford will appear
Oh no.
and he will say 3 things. The first thing he will say is, "Look at this trailer for the Borderlands movie," and then he will show that it will look bad.
Yes.
Then he will make a joke about Gearbox making the next Saints Row and putting loot in it. And then he will say something so insufferable, all of us will shoot blood out of our eyes on the spot. It will probably be about Duke Nukem.
Oh,
Just rare video game tier, our eyes go flying into the atmosphere.
Jesus.
Ugh.
gross.
God, Duke Nukem this year? Here now? Please no.
It probably won't be a game announcement. He'll just bring it up and say something infuriating.
Like my friend Duke Nukem would say. Balls, balls, balls.
Yeah, some shit like that. Some shit like that. Because he's the tier of executive that will just say shit
Mm-hmm.
because he thought it up, and then everybody will get mad.
And yet, he'll never hit the tier Peter Molyneux came in at. No one can.
While we're on Randy, there's one I didn't want to waste the whole premonition on.
Maybe we're not on Randy. You considered?
I want the next Borderlands to be announced as Forderlands.
Oh yeah,
It's terrible.
but it's cringily Viking themed, and it's spelled FJORD.
Oh, that's perfect.
If that happens, I need to go get a job at GameStop so I can see what the customers call it. I need a pre-order on Vagina Lands.
Viking Borderlands would maybe get us the most unhinged videos from racists ever.
They'd finally have done it. They'd cross that bridge and make a literal Skyrim with guns.
With that being the frame of reference, that actually makes this pretty great for the people who love Skyrim and guns. Well, that brings us to our final round of gamer premonitions. Gentlemen, this is our last premonition each, and I start this round. Xbox will announce something to level the playing field. Something that will make them stop living in the shadow of the giant that is Sony. This will make Xbox the place to play. Because guess what's coming out, you guys? A controller that has feature parity with the DualSense, and it's going to bring it up to snuff. It's got adaptive triggers. It's got pressure sensitivity back in the buttons, and it's got 2 contacts on the inner handles that will shock you, but just a little. It'll just shock you just a little bit, and this will be amazing, except for it is not going to go well. And here's why. It will have internal charged batteries, like rechargeable batteries, and this will turn their entire audience on them in a move Phil will not see coming at all. He will just be fucking awestruck because he doesn't understand that rechargeable batteries are probably deep in the Xbox community cucked or something. What was supposed to be a giant dub for Xbox will be another terrible moment.
I like that the controller literally shocking you wasn't the
Right?
breaking point.
Like, that's going to kill somebody, but that's not what they're mad about.
Look, if you think your heart can't stand up to the shock of the new Xbox controller,
Is that how they market it?
we have a controller for you. It's called the accessibility controller. Just use that instead and you'll be perfectly fine. But going forward, all games have to support the shock controller.
We have deactivated support for all earlier controllers.
And that isn't the part that ruined your marketing.
No, it's the part where they used, the internal batteries, which is cucked or something. It's soy. Bob, we come to you for your final gamer premonition. Wow me.
All right, so Phil, he's over there looking for things to really wow people.
He's just walking through a back room.
Yeah, he's just rummaging around the Xbox headquarters.
Good grief.
And he finds an amazing trailer to release.
Oh,
He accidentally re-releases the Prey 2 trailer.
oh my God. Wait. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's like we just had this sitting around ready.
I guess they could call it Prey 2 again so nothing would technically date it.
Right?
Huh. The weird thing is I think that actually would work. I think that would work better than anything else we've talked about today that they're definitely doing.
I mean, that is some like Sun Tzu level shit right there.
What if your opponent was confused?
I can't even be upset. I'd buy Prey 2.
I mean, that trailer looks sick. They should have someone make that. Or any other game for that matter. That would be pretty cool. Chris, we're coming to you for your final gamer premonition. Tell me of the future.
Sony is gonna blow our dicks off. Silent Hill 2 remake, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, Spider-Man 2. They're gonna show us all this fucking wild shit, and we'll all still be pissed because every single one of those games will fit in the third-person action shooter with medium to light open world elements box. That'll be everything, and we'll be like, can you show us something other than steak after steak?
No, because the only people who could have done that, we closed that studio. That's not true. We're gonna see. This was one of my other premonitions. We're going to see 3 live service games get announced at a single state of play, and 2 of them will look similar enough that people will understandably assume they only showed 2 games. They will be convinced that they just forgot the name when they showed the trailer for it the first time, and the second time they see this live service game with shooty gun elements, they'll be like, why does it look a little different? And I think that's what's going to be the lightning rod for people complaining. I don't think it's going to be the fact that they sure do love making a mild open world third-person action game with skill trees and things. But we'll see. Aggro, what is your final and the final gamer premonition for Summer Game Events?
I am burdened with terrible portents.
No.
As I said before, Microsoft is kind of in a bad place right now. Nintendo is about to drop that fucking Zelda game and then go radio silent for the rest of the year. Sony is riding high on its own dick. arrogant Sony comes back in full effect. They announce at their State of Play a goddamn smartphone for the gamers. It's called like the Voxia or some bullshit. It's AT&T exclusive for the first year.
Holy shit.
Where's everyone going? Don't you all like phones?
We told you guys that it supports 3G.
This is the best phone for remote play.
Oh, that's great, Sony. That's awesome. Everyone loves... Bob, you use remote play all the time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You would buy a phone just to be even better. Okay.
But Bob, it's an inch and a half thick and slides open like the PSP Go, and there are buttons.
Okay, now I'm gonna kind of sell it, man.
Can it be less than an inch and a half thick and do that?
No. Not for 2 years when we release the one that is. Buy it again, you stupid bitch.
I love this marketing campaign.
Yeah, at least it's honest. You know, the important thing is that Sony's just as honest as Microsoft. They just start putting, eat the fucking slop, you animals. It's their marketing campaign. Well, gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Gamer Premonitions. I want to thank you for bringing some strong premonitions and thank our audience for listening. This show, like our other podcasts, is made with a ton of time and top-tier equipment that improves sound quality and production speed. The GB Podcast Network is only possible with viewer support, so if you enjoyed it, then please head on over to patreon.com/GB Podcast today and check out our tons of exclusive content and the hit movie, Isolation 119. The executive producers for this GigaBoots video are Esme, Ely Broyles, Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, A Reminder for Symphony of War, Cooper Tank, Very Best Plot, Iconic Bane, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.